Hello and welcome to our Holistic Children and Teen Sleep Coach Certification Program. I am Carlo. I am the founder of the International Parenting and Health Institute, and it is honor for me to share with you this very valuable and much needed certification program. Today's kids grow up with so many pressures, from cyberbullying to a gaming culture, pornography exposure, in person bullying, academic load and early start times, social media comparison, family stress, and even identity questions. Throughout this program, I'm going to show you how these stressors shape sleep and how we can respond in a way that is empowering, practical, and realistic, including things like nervous system tools, realistic routines, family agreements, school friendly strategies, and so much more. Did you know that most middle and high schoolers aren't getting the sleep that they need? And it's not just about being tired, it's mood, attention, learning, safety, and family harmony. And throughout this program, we're not going to treat sleep just as a bedtime problem. We're going to evaluate the entire health and lifestyle of these families, treating it as a whole day, whole child, whole family system. But first, let's look at IPHI's story. We were established in 2009 by myself, Carlo, who founded our institution by providing professional training first to baby planners. In fact, we pioneered the very first baby planning certification program to the professional industry. And then in 2011, I launched the very first holistic maternity and child sleep consultant certification with a vision to introduce a holistic perspective to child sleep. In 2015, a few years later, I introduced the very first integrative adult sleep coach certification program. And now in 2025, I introduced the very first holistic children and teen sleep coach certification. Today, we are globally represented in 70 countries. And in addition to pioneering baby planning, pregnancy, adult, child, and teen sleep coach certification programs, we also pioneered the world's first prenatal and postnatal nutrition coach certification program and the world's first eco-maternity consultant certification program, with revolutionary approaches that transform the lives of adults, parents, and children. We are valued worldwide amongst medical and therapy professionals for advancing parenting and health education since 2009. Our methodology is so powerful that a number of our instructors and graduates have gone on to create their own versions directly inspired by our work. Our training and our education empowers individuals to realize their professional and personal aspirations while nurturing their physical, mental, and financial well being. This consists of comprehensive business training included in each of our programs. We're going to look at sleep changes from preschool through adolescence, emotional, physical, environmental, and social factors, the role of parents, coaches, and consultants, and the goals of this training, which include equipping you with the knowledge to identify the root causes of children and teen sleep challenges, empower you to support both children, teens, and their caregivers with practical, trauma informed tools, help you develop the confidence to coach diverse families across a wide range of emotional and behavioral sleep challenges, position you as a leader in holistic, ethical, and inclusive sleep support, going far beyond sleep training or fix it techniques, and preparing you to transform lives through education, emotional intelligence, and evidence based practice. Sleep education must expand. We already know that this is so much more than bedtime. We're going to be taking a look at what's behind the screens, what's inside the nervous system, what's happening in schools at home, because sleep isn't just rest, it's healing, development, and protection. Therefore, we're going to be looking at child sleep from ages 4 through 17, holistic development and sleep support strategies, and parenting and coach education. It's a blend of all of it. Our starting point: healthy sleep ranges for children. Between the ages of 4 and 6, children usually need about 10 to 13 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. Between the ages of 6 and 12 years old, children usually need 9 to 12 hours. Teens ages 13 to 18 usually need 8 to 10 hours. Yet, about 3 out of 4 high schoolers don't reach 8 hours on school nights. That shortfall cascades with more irritability, anxiety, attention and behavior challenges, more injuries, grade drops, and changes in metabolism and immunity. This program matters because multiple daytime forces push sleep off track, not just screens, with the academic pressures of early start times, which shift schedules and compress nights, bullying and social comparison, which raise stress and bedtime rumination, identity questions and rapid social change, which can be really confusing and activating, family stress and news cycles, which elevate baseline arousal, and digital inputs, blue light, alerts, late night socializing, which can delay circadian timing. Our holistic response: sleep hygiene that's realistic for families with various tools, including nervous system regulation to come out of alert mode, consistent routines and anchors, family agreements that protect sleep without power struggles, and so much more. Digital risks, gaming, bullying, and porn exposure, these are all pathways to sleep problems. 85% of teens, 4 in 10 daily, experience bedtime displacement, late night sessions with high arousal, shorter duration, and poor quality of sleep. Our toolkit includes time anchors, wind down rituals, content, and gaming curfews. If we look at cyberbullying, 1 in 6 high schoolers, stress, hyperarousal, and rumination, which drive late night checking and awakenings. Our toolkit will include safety plans, emotional regulation, parent coaching, and device curfews. Porn exposure. Although the average age is usually around 12, it can happen much earlier. In fact, they're discovering that as early as 8 years old, many children stumble upon it by accident. There's secretive late night viewing, which increases screen time and vigilance. So our toolkit will include age-appropriate scripts, filters, values-based conversations, and private support. The generational reality is that Gen Z and Alpha are digital native. So our strategies must teach media literacy, self-regulation, and family culture, not just less screen time. Because the bottom line is that these are sleep issues. 95% of US teens between the ages of 13 to 17 have access to a smartphone, many reporting being online almost constantly. There's an early start of 51% of children 8 and under owning a mobile device. Gaming is mainstream. 85% of teens play. 4 in 10 play daily. Cyberbullying persists with 16% of high schoolers electronically bullied, and the trend is rising in some groups. So now, what we're going to do is we are going to participate in a reset. I like to call this the daily pause. And when we get into coaching, we are going to discuss what I also call this, which is a settling in and arriving exercise, which you will introduce at the start of your coaching session. So, in order to set this up, we first want to begin with our posture. Our posture plays a very big role in how we optimize our breath. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to uncross our legs, we're going to uncross our arms, We're going to feel our feet connected to the floor. We're going to feel the back of our hands resting on our thighs. If your back is resting on a chair, you're going to lift it off. So now your torso is resting directly on top of your hips, your head on top of your shoulders, and feel your spine just growing or lengthening just a tad bit out of your seat up toward the ceiling or sky. So while your feet are grounding in one direction, grounding in through your seat, you're feeling your spine lengthen. Bring your shoulders slightly back, open up your chest, relax your jaw. Feel your eyes begin to relax. If you want to close your eyes, feel free to close your eyes. And then we're going to close our mouths. Unless you have a nasal restriction, you're going to keep your mouth closed. And then bring your awareness to your breath. As you begin to inhale, we're going to inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Then hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then allow your breath to return back to its natural, normal pace and rhythm. Notice how you feel. If your eyes are closed, you can slowly open your eyes. And what this does is it brings awareness to your body, to your breath, while regulating your nervous system, while awakening and activating your focus, your clarity, your connection with the present moment. And this is vital because oftentimes we're in automatic mode. There's so much going on and so many distractions that we're tuned out and disconnected from how we're feeling, what thoughts we're having. And then when bedtime comes and things start to quiet down, that's when all those thoughts that we ignored or emotions that we stuffed down begin to rise up. And oftentimes it can feel so overwhelming that we distract ourselves. We say, oh, I can't deal with this. This doesn't feel good, so I'm going to go on my phone. I am going to uh, think of something, or I'm going to start to journal, but it's not working for us in the most healthy way because we haven't learned how to utilize tuning in, checking in, and pausing. So this is very empowering, and it also helps us to respond to every situation versus reacting. So it is a tool that is very powerful, which you are going to be teaching your families. And in addition to that, you're also going to be adding this in the beginning of your sessions. You can also end your sessions with this as well. Some coaches do that also. And what I will tell you is that there are hundreds of variations to do this. But today I introduced the 4-4-6, the inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale. And toward the end of this program, I'm going to share more exercises with you so you have more to work on. I want to mention that this is not the same as meditation. This is not the same as yoga or even being a breath worker. This simply is a tool to pause, to regulate the nervous system that we can introduce. So when you are using this languaging, you're not going to say, I am going to take you through a meditation exercise, or I am going to take you through a yogic experience. It's none of that. What we're going to do is we're going to take a moment to pause. We're going to recalibrate our system. We're going to regulate our nervous system. We're going to take a moment to become present. tuned in so that we can focus, we can feel, right? That we can bring awareness to this moment. So that is how we're going to be introducing this to our families. And I'll speak a lot more about that later on, but this is just an introduction for now. This completes our first module introduction. I look forward to joining you for module 2. Thank you.